Okay, and welcome to the Tuesday Night Live. So today we're doing something a little bit different. Since I have somewhere to go tonight, I'm pre-recording this live and we're taking it easy. We're going to be talking about some fun, random stuff. I have a bunch of different tarot decks and oracle decks here, some different announcements and all of that. So thanks everyone who will be watching, joining this live. I am giving a little preview here over to TikTok. So this will be on YouTube later on today. And hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm really excited for the live this week because I did a little bit of rearranging. I think that this setup is going to work for me because, as you guys know, I have a small apartment and pretty much this situation takes up the entire 80% of my apartment. You know, when I was doing my taxes, my accountant's like, how much of your apartment do you use for your business? And I'm like literally everything except the bathroom, straight up. So, and I mean, I'm working in there too. So I just want to announce I have a class coming up. Hi, everybody over on TikTok. Thank you for the gifts. So I wanted to announce that I have a class. The tickets are on sale right now for the first 24 hours. That's going to be the class is on November 19th. It's a Sunday. And what we're going to be doing is it's called basically like a spiritual resilience, a centering and grounding exercise so that we can finish off the year right. So my intention with this class is actually, I'm sure you guys might remember my live from about a month ago where it was Heal Your Body Completely, all of these free resources available to you. And it's great to have all those resources, and I'm going to implement some of them into the class. However, I know that it's hard to kind of motivate ourselves daily to actually do one of those meditations or to listen to the affirmations or to do the breath work. So I have a little checklist that I use daily and I go on and off with it. When I first started doing this checklist in April of 2021, that's when I really felt major shifts in my life. And now, you know, I'm a little bit more in the flow. So some days I do my checklist and the days that I miss it, I don't judge myself. So that's going to be in the link below. You can see it over on Eventbrite. And that up until, I think, Wednesday night, this is showing on Tuesday, Wednesday night will be the first 24 hours for you to be able to get your tickets. And then after that, it'll be $22, the full price. So it's really cool when we get to do those things collectively. And in this one, we're going to be talking about basically different techniques that you can do daily that are just small little things that reprogram your day. And then really using those things to anchor in to stay in your spiritual resilience with everything that's going on in the world right now. You're going to be seeing people for the holidays. Maybe there's travel, there's weather changes, the sun is going to be out less hours a day. This is a really hard time of the year. And as we know from the MOONBOOK, which I'm also going to be relaunching the MOONBOOK, it's going to look basically the same. I know I have one here somewhere. It's going to look basically the same. You know, see, I always have like the sample copies of my own. So the MOONBOOK in November is going to be relaunching with the 2024 and 2025 moon dates. So basically everything's going to be the same. So if you've used your MOONBOOK, it has 13 months. I'm coming towards the end. I think I have like 2 months left, and then I'll need a new MOONBOOK myself. So we'll get into that in a second. Also, I want to announce, so first, most important is my class coming up on the 19th. Next, okay, so if you guys have been following, you know that I've been working on this actually since before I ever started the TikTok. These both, I know, I have the sample copies because, you know, this is who I am here over on TikTok. We have my MOONBOOK and my new tarot workbook that's coming out called Domestic Tarot. And so, you know, I love to give people the tools to do things themselves so that they don't have to rely on anyone else. And when it comes to tarot, a lot of times people don't feel confident in their own work, or they pull their cards, and then they go and look up the meaning, read the meaning, and then they actually end up kind of the meaning it resonates in the moment, but then it flows out of your mind. And so the point of the domestic tarot, that's going to also be coming out for pre-order. I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek at it. This is great for people who are beginner tarot readers and want to be more intuitive. So I'm not saying beginner in the sense that you don't have a deck, but maybe beginner in you are not able to kind of maybe remember the meanings of the cards and stuff like that. So this whole thing, little I am the high priestess, and it'll tell you a lot of the basics. So kind of about like shuffling the deck, deck etiquette, how to pick your cards, and what's most important, and I'm actually going to be doing my whole next TikTok series. As you guys know, I haven't posted a new series on TikTok in quite a while. I've been really decompressing after my ayahuasca ceremony. I'm going to talk about that in a second. So the whole point of this book, and as you guys know, I'm a writer, I'm a storyteller. If you don't know that, you could probably tell by how much storytelling I do in just a short TikTok video. So basically, every single story, or all great stories, I should say, follow the hero's journey. And you guys might have heard this book before called, Hero with like 10,000 Faces or something like that by Joseph Campbell. And this is the basic archetypal hero's journey story. Every movie, which, you know, I haven't seen Harry Potter or Star Wars or a lot of those like kind of classics, but all of those follow the same exact hero's journey. And the major arcana also follows the hero's journey. So in this book, we call it the fool's journey because instead of the hero, we start with the fool. And so basically, it's going to be the meaning of each major arcana card. And then in gray here is where it goes with the hero's journey. So just as an example, you know, when you start a movie, you have the same story structure. When you start a book, when you start a story, even in the biblical times, all of these stories are basically the same. And it starts off with the ordinary world. It starts off with the protagonist has not found their calling yet. They're in their regular world. They're living their regular life. And then the call of action. So we have the ordinary world starts with the Fool, card 0 in the tarot deck. And then the call to action is 1. That is the Magician. That is when it takes action. And then this other one right after that is the refusal of the call. So there's always a point in every hero's journey, including your own journey of your life, where you get the call to action. And then you have that little debate of, do I step into this? Do I step into my calling? Do I step into my power? Do I take this path? Do I follow my dreams? Once you make that decision, you take the journey of the Magician, and then we have the Meet the Mentors. And this is, you know, we're going to get all into this. This is going to be my new TikTok series after I get back from Stairway to the Stars. That's why I'm doing this little different Tuesday night live this week, because I have so much going on. I'm going to a Substack party tonight. If you guys are not aware of what Substack is, it's kind of similar to Patreon. It's a subscription service, but it's for more so writers and independent journalists. And they've invited me to come to the party tonight. They've also asked me to start a Substack. So I wanted to get through this Stairway to the Stars lecture. If you guys are going to be in Vegas, come this weekend. It's November 10th at 7 p.m. is my lecture. I'm going to be one of the first ones kicking off this 3-day conference. Elizabeth April's going to be speaking, Sarah Brexman Cosme. The list goes on and on and on. There's so many people that are going to be there. Richard Dolan, tons and tons and tons of people. And it's going to be so fun. There's going to be a mass meditation. It's happening at the Luxor in Vegas. I'm glad that I get my lecture over on night 1, which I'm still preparing for. You know, I'm kind of, for some reason, the more stressful something will be, the more last minute I tend to take it. So I'll be talking about the fifth dimension, the new earth, and Dolores Cannon's work, and kind of how these three waves of volunteers, now us in the second wave and some of the third wave, now it's our turn to take the torch and continue this three waves of volunteers journey. So that's why I'm doing this kind of different, little, fun, random type of live today, because I'm going to be going to that Substack event tonight. So just to give you guys a heads up of some of the things that are coming up. My class coming up on the 19th. Also, my tarot workbook coming out in November. And then what I'm thinking is at the end of the year, I think I'm going to start a Substack. You know, they've been working with me and showing how I can, instead of creating a whole new thing for me to work on, because you guys know I have the 3 social media platforms, which is literally like 3 full-time jobs, doing TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. I already do the bare minimum on all of them. Plus these other things, plus my book going on in the background. Plus I always have 100 different ideas going on. So they came up with an idea for me. The people from Substack came up with an idea for me to more so streamline some of the stuff that I do. So let me know in the comments if you like this idea. What I'm thinking of doing is, because I kind of do these monthly or every couple of month events where I sell tickets, like this one that's coming up on November 19th. The last one I did was the collective co-creation manifestation, which was so good. That was actually one of my favorites. We've done the past life regression one. We've done the future life regression one. We've done the meet your guides. We've done the heal your inner child. We've done mind over matrix. I know a bunch of you have attended all of the classes. So one of the things that the people from Substack suggested for me was, if instead of selling the tickets monthly, I were to do a $11 subscription, like I do $11.11. So I were to do that as a subscription to Substack, and then everyone in the Substack gets the monthly class included. And then I post some other things there. And then also there's a place where everybody can chat. So I can start a monthly chat for us to kind of all keep tabs on things. And then also I would be doing some posts specifically only for Substack, but a primary aspect of it would be to be part of the monthly events. And then that way we can also stay in communication with each other between those events, which isn't really possible with the Eventbrite. So let me know. I think that's what I'm going to be working on at the end of the year and kind of going in that direction. Okay, so we have my domestic tarot book coming out, and so the whole thing, we go into the major arcana, which is the hero's journey. Then the suits. Sorry, I know it's probably horrible listening on TikTok right now because there's so much noise in the background. I don't think that you can hear it on YouTube, but I know it's absolutely terrible on TikTok. I know. This is why I have to have so many limiters on my microphone. So then we have numbers and numerology. Then we go through the minor arcana. And then one of the things that's really cool is the symbolism. So in each card, let's just pull a single card to see what we're working with here. Okay. The Queen of Cups. Okay. So in this, we see water. Okay. We see a crown. These are some of the things. In the corner, we see like a little cherub angel baby that's built into the throne. We have little cherub angel babies up at the top. So basically, oh my God, that beeping, I know, is so atrocious in the background. This is my life. Okay, so this Queen of Cups, there are some different symbols in there. So then we have in this book the little symbolism section. So we would go and look, what does water symbolize? Emotions. What do angels and wings, messengers, important details, divine protection? We look at these, and then there's also astrological aspects. So it gives you, it's very similar to the MOONBOOK, but it gives you then the setup for 3-card reading. So basically you pull a 3-card reading and you fill these out. And then you have the resources in the beginning of what these cards mean. So you could take a look at that, or you can interpret it looking at the imagery, looking at the symbolism. Each color in a tarot card represents something. So this majority being blue in the background we'll look up what are the colors. So these different things, so blue, imagination, inspiration, and introspection. So every aspect of the card has meaning to it. So with this domestic tarot book, it's a great tool for beginners, but it's also good if you want to stop relying on reading the meanings. So that's going to be coming out. All right, let's take a look at some other fun things. So, I have yes, this is going to be on my YouTube later tonight. I'm just doing my live a little early today because I won't be able to be there live tonight. So everybody watching on TikTok, this will be later. So this is going to be my new workbook that's coming out, Domestic Tarot. And I also got these cards that look so cool. They literally go with the whole theme of the book so well. And these are really cool though, because these are good flashcards. So basically these flashcards are another great tool. I'll link them once everything is up. And then this will give you, whether it's a yes or a no, the element. So it's nice too when you're learning to be able to use cards like that. Okay, so let's have a little fun. Okay, so let's pull something from the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck. Okay, the sound is absolutely atrocious. I hope that you guys don't hear it here. It makes me want to stab my ears out. Okay. So we are going to take a look at Marcella Kroll's Sacred Symbols Oracle deck. And we're going to do a little shuffle. We have message on the bottom of the deck. So there is a message for us here. So this message is for anybody watching this today on Tuesday, a Tuesday night live. The people who are watching it live will be watching it later. There is a message in here for us, and we're going to just have a little casual, little fun with it. So let's take a look at what's coming up in the end of the year. Oh, thanks. Your Dimension series on TikTok was life-changing for me. Oh, thank you. Oh, right. Dolores predictions are coming true, and it's wild to witness. Yep, some of them, and some of them are not, which is great because we don't want all of them to come true. Okay, so we're pulling this card as a message for us right now. Oh, the Truth card. Okay, the Truth card. So we can read the message, but I think it's always good first to interpret what we know about a card. And this is how you start to trust yourself. So this is a little introduction. Like I said, my tarot series that's going to be coming up on TikTok is going to be good. It's going to be real good because there's so many cool, interesting things to know about the tarot. But this, as a little fun precursor, is going to be, trust yourself in what you see. And you got to go with your intuition a little bit and dive into it. And then we'll read in the book and see what the creator, Marcella Kroll, my friend who created this deck, intended with this. So with this Truth card, what do we see here? We see it's blue and it looks like a feather pen. It looks like a feather pen. I might be wrong, but that's what I see, a feather pen. So something that I feel that would be coming through with this, as we know, we just looked up what the meaning of blue was in the Domestic Tarot book. So unrelated to this, but we know that blue is introspection. We know that blue is intellect because it's the air element. So introspection and this pen, I would say that this means we need to be able to know, look within and be able to contact what is true to us, what is meaningful to us, and step out with that truth. Either you're going to write it with the world, you're going to tell the world, even if it's just in a journal that's private for you. Okay, so now let's see what the intended meaning was. And this is a great way to brush up your skills when you start working with cards. Okay, so truth. A great truth will come to light. A secret will be revealed. Your feelings regarding a situation that you are asking about are true. Stand by your personal truth no matter what, and you will be rewarded. This is a time to let your authentic self shine. You have much to express. Your voice is needed. Meditate on what you want, on when you want more authenticity in your life or want clarity regarding a person or situation. Okay, this is not a pen. This is not a feather pen, but it is a feather. So the symbol, the sacred symbol, is the feather of Mot. The ostrich feather is an Egyptian symbol for truth. At the time of death, the goddess Mot would weigh the heart of the deceased against the weight of a feather to see if the person had lived a just life. Okay, so the truth on a situation, this is what we're calling in right now. This is the message that you guys wanted. This is a truth on a situation. So, and this one just popped out. What is this? Oh, home, the home card. Okay, so we have, this is greenish blue, but kind of more green in person than it's appearing on the screen. And so this green, we know that green symbolizes the heart chakra, home. Home can be your physical home. Home can be earth. Home could be your body, okay? Home could also be a state of mind, depending how you look at it. So what is coming through with this? So this is going to be a different message for different people. Green is your mom, growth and renewal. Yes. And that's the thing, is that each thing is going to mean something different. So let's see what the intended meaning for this card is. You're being guided to come back home to who you truly are. Drawing this card can signal a change in your physical home or a sense of where you belong. Pulling this card also symbolizes that whenever or whatever your current situation is, you can trust that this moment is in alignment with your higher self. You have not lost your way. You are, in fact, right on time and right on track. Meditate on this symbol to access your higher power when having to make important decisions. You always orient yourself north to the morning star and can be assured that you will make the decision that is in alignment with your highest good. This is the symbol of the morning star. It is the brightest star on the dawn's horizon. It is considered an important spirit and honored as a kachina by most Pueblo Indians. The Plains and the Great Basin indigenous people honored this as a sign of courage and purity of spirit. The ghost dance religion revered it as a symbol of coming renewals of traditions. Okay. So far, what we have for our message for today, for everybody joining in on this Tuesday Night Live, is go within and see your inner truth. And this is also going along with that. So something is going to be revealed, but then also know that you're on the right path, that this is the true path. So sometimes, especially being aligned with our highest good doesn't always look the way that we pictured it. Sometimes being aligned with your highest good actually seems kind of like, oh God, things are falling apart. People are falling out of my life. Things aren't going the way I planned. But in reality, we actually sometimes need things pulled out of our path in order for us to be on our highest path. Okay. Now, let's take a look at and this is, like I said, we're just having a little bit of fun today. This is a message because we're taking it easy and I have so much going on preparing for the lecture and going to be driving to Vegas and all this stuff. And then also I have so many Scorpios in my life. So literally every day is a birthday for me. And like literally every day in Scorpio season is a birthday for me. Okay. So this is the Animal Spirit deck. Okay. This is like a little holographic version. So it's kind of hard to read, but this is the Animal Spirit deck. And this is a really cool deck. It's and look, I got the little mini one, it's so cute and tiny, these little guys. Okay. So we're going to be asking, not just what our spirit animal is right now, but in regards to the truth and home. Okay. So, what is something that's going to be revealed to us? Is this something about someone else? More likely, something about ourselves are about to be revealed to us. And so, something connecting to not only home, but home means your true self, your true body, your true life, your true path. So, something, an animal spirit that symbolizes some clarity on what we need in this situation. Okay. Ooh, the tiger. Okay, so the tiger, we're going to pull that and let's grab one more. So this is symbolizing the situation. And then let's get a little bit of inspiration, something that we can harness. What type of animal energy can we harness right now? Ooh, the eagle, which is very interesting because as we know, this is Scorpio season and Scorpio is a transformative sign. So Scorpio is a sign that basically in its most basic form is a scorpion. After the Scorpio goes through its transformations, and as we know, an unhealed Scorpio can be a menace to society, a menace to relationships, a menace to friends, a menace to families, a menace to themselves, of all things. Okay. So, but because the Scorpio is one of the signs that is a transformative sign, and because it has such deep complexities that it actually has the ability to go so deep with emotions, the healed Scorpio into its next phase embodies the eagle. Okay. And then after you go through the eagle stage, then you go through your phoenix stage. So the phoenix is a mythological creature. So you go from the scorpion, from the insect to the bird to the mythical bird. Okay, so let's see what has to be said about the tiger. I really enjoy this deck, by the way, guys. I have it linked also in my Amazon finds, things that I like from Amazon. This little small deck if you want the small one. Okay. Tiger, lunar force, ease in darkness, and feminine energy. The tiger hunts at night, at one with the silence, fearing nothing. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness and allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. Sensuality, receptivity, and devotion are all heightened in the midnight hour, and the tiger takes advantage of these boons. Spend some time in silence this evening, drinking in potent calm. There is nothing to fear in the stillness except the awakening of your own power. When in balance, the tiger represents passionate, strong, and sensual. When out of balance, overstimulated. To bring into balance, try candle gazing. Okay. So this truth that needs to be revealed about yourself, about a situation, about something regarding your true path, your true home, your actual home, your physical home, this planet, your place on this planet, something connecting to your home. And then the clarity on this says, and now it's interesting, we look at the tiger and we think forceful, aggressive, rawr, but then when this is why I really enjoy this deck, because this deck takes it to a different level. Talking about this tiger, it's actually about silence in the middle of the night, a late night silence, some candle gazing, something to be introspective, which comes back to the blue. This is a time of introspection. Now, some inspiration that we asked for is going to be from our eagle friend. Okay. All-pervading power, truth seeker, and transforming karma, the noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and to stop at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun with your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, Eagle Child. When in balance, bright, radiant, and challenges. When out of balance, it controlling. To bring into balance, step into the unknown. Okay, so I think that this is some great inspiration for what we need now. It is jump into the unknown, okay? So jump into the unknown with this. There's something that is going to be revealed that right now is not known yet. Something important regarding. Okay, so now we're going to just take a couple cards out of the Roast Iconic, which is also by my friend Marcella Kroll. Now, this card deck I absolutely love. It's so much fun. So this deck is when you need to get roasted by the universe, okay? When you need the universe to call you out a little bit. Oh my God, the beeping and everything. The universe is calling me out already right now. This beeping in the background. Okay. All right. I know on the phone you guys could hear it really bad, probably on TikTok. Sorry about that. Okay. So, what do we need to get called out about? With this introspection that's needed, something deep within ourselves needs to be revealed to ourselves. Someone said, I don't know. I didn't know that you read tarot. I don't do any readings, by the way. I know there's a ton of people on TikTok that are using my name and like DMing people to, what is that, a fire alarm? No, just city life. No fire, no emergency, just regular old city life. But yeah, there's a ton of people that are scamming people on TikTok. Please don't send them your money. Like those scammers literally make more money than I do. Okay. So don't think that I'm messaging you because I don't do readings. Okay. So what do we need to get called out with? Ooh, the triggered card. Triggered. Okay. We all know, I know someone that this looks like, but anyway, the triggered card. Okay, so this, my interpretation, is based on the cards that have come up already. This thing that is going to be revealed to you might be through you being triggered by something. Maybe you're triggered by someone's actions. Maybe you're triggered by what people are posting. Maybe you're seeing something. The next time, over the next 2 or 3 days, when you see yourself kind of being triggered by what someone has posted, by what someone has said, by something you've seen, if you're offended by something, take that as a indicator of what you might need to be introspective about. So there's something maybe in your life that, okay, maybe instead of going into a victim mentality when it comes up or going into a dark place because something came up is crazy or hurtful or something, let that be the indicator of what you need to be more introspective on. Let's say someone posting about a situation or not posting about a situation is triggering you, or someone's take on something has triggered you. Maybe take a couple steps back and say, why? Why did this trigger me? Is this what I need to work on? Is this what I need to be introspective about to know what is going on next in my life? Okay. Also, the unicorn card. Unicorn, you are fucking special, okay? You are so special and so unique. So if you find yourself falling into these things of being triggered or anything like that, that's okay. It's not a place to judge yourself. Everybody has different emotions and different things like that. It's normal to have these emotions. You are special, and you working through those things is doing something for the collective, okay? So let's take a little pull back from the cards here. We're going to pull a page out of a book. A page out of a book. Oh, I have this other deck here too, but let's do the page. Okay, so this is Earth by Barbara Marciniak. As you guys know, this is one of my favorite books. So we're just going to open up to a random page here. Okay. Here's a message for us from Earth, Keys to the Living Library by Barbara Marciniak. Okay. With all the fuss about the healthcare system in the United States, we remind you that health is free. The true cost of healthcare is a few moments of your time to develop the right attitude about your body. You create your health or your dis-ease. You don't need anyone to tell you whether you are healthy. First of all, when you are in touch with your body, when you take a shower or you wash, you can feel your level of well-being. You know if you are in a state of health or not. You may choose to worry and distrust your body. If you worry about your health, then you will create something. Your body follows the images that you instigate. Fear is the killer. We remind you that your power ends where your fear begins. If you fear something, it is as if you put a sign up over your head and said, "Welcome, I am waiting for you." The purpose of fear is to save your life, to catapult you into the now in order to take action. Often it serves to direct you away from which is dangerous and toward the very essence of your vital being. However, when you hold on to fear as a lifestyle, and when you broadcast the fear of life, you shut down your body and kill your vital life source. This creates stress, ill health, and aging. Your thoughts create your reality. Part of the initiation of consciousness is to move through toxicity, and your body needs to go through more preparation and purification of what would be called intent and courage. When you dwell in fear, you dispel all. You dispel your own power. So in order to meet something that is very unfamiliar to your logical mind, you must maintain clarity of intent and a tremendous sense of courage, safety, and nonchalance. Everything that keeps you from achieving something is simply an idea. Over the next 20 years, the period everyone is buying the big tickets for, front row seat, is here in Earth's amphitheater. Many changes will take place. Okay. All right. That is a little message for us. So all of this is coming together for a message for you guys, and obviously interpret it the way that you'd like. But once again, this is coming back to some people might have been triggered by just that message right now, and especially when we're not in our best state health-wise, it is super triggering to hear those things. Okay. The Oracle of the Radiant Sun. This is also all a preview for what will be my tarot card. As you guys know, I'm going to be creating that, but I was waiting for my domestic tarot workbook to be done so that I could debut the workbook and my tarot card. So these are just like fun little things that are going to be on my tarot card. So the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, I really love this deck, and I love the artwork. Like this, I don't know what this type of artwork is called, but it's like similar to the tarot artwork. It's like this kind of, I don't know, some type of European style from a long time ago. Who knows? If you know the type of artwork that this is called, let me find a good one to show what it looks like. Yeah, like what this style of traditional Euro Renaissance. That sounds right. I love that style. Okay, so something popped out. What popped out for us? Discrimination. The discrimination card. Okay, hold on. Someone's calling me, but I am not available. Okay, the discrimination card. So let's take a look at that. But I feel like this is all coming into, oh, wow, look how easy. The book literally just opened up to it. Okay. Venus in Virgo. Venus in Virgo. So this book is also this tarot deck is also like, this oracle deck is also an astrological deck. And what we have here, we'll be able to read it here. A woman, her hair in a garland, walks barefoot in the neat countryside. She reaches out towards many butterflies. A small fox barks. Virgo cares for and rules smaller, more delicate creatures. Okay. Now, when this comes up in a reading, this tells us to show love in more practical ways. Many of our social activities or romantic interests revolve around work or health. They may also be involved with artistic or alternative pursuits. It is important that the work surrounding this Virgo Venus card and also Virgo Venus placements are harmonious and beautiful. They display good taste in clothes and aspects featured in birth charts. Okay. When this card is picked, it shows the need to be ultra selective, using powers of discretion to attain your aims. Things that could come up: a close friendship that may develop further, a total makeover, or a love affair with someone at work. Oh my goodness, you guys, what the fuck are you doing? Okay. So, but in conjunction with all of this stuff here, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now centered around discrimination. And this is also a lot of the stuff that is happening with the triggering and the truth and all of this stuff. So let's pull one more from this. I know, what the hell? Don't cheat with your coworkers. It's not great. Okay, one more from this one, and then, ooh, something popped out. Oh my God, the affair card. What is wrong with you guys? What are you doing? Are you having an affair? Oh, geez, you guys. What is going on? Okay. What's interesting, too, is that it's actually the card that's right next to it in the book and in the deck, but it was in a completely different part of the deck. Okay. Two cherubs caress. They are adults acting as children. It is a scene of innocent and irresponsible love and pleasure. Above stars and hearts fly like a fantasy fireworks show. Okay. This card is connected to Leo Venus people, but in general as well. So in a reading, this card shows a new stimulus to creative endeavors will enter your life. And the card may suggest a new craze or interest or even a new love, a deep romantic affair, a showy lifestyle, excessive luxury or extravagance, or some new business. Okay. All right. So, in conjunction, all of this stuff, we had a little fun time here today. What I would say about this is that it's a time to be going within and being truthful with ourselves about our own body, our own life, our own situation. Spend time in silence to introspect, to get a deeper understanding. When you come to that conclusion, have the bravery to leap into something. If things are triggering you and coming up, things around discrimination, things around injustices in the world, take a moment to reflect on everything that's bringing up for you. Because you are fucking special. You are unique. You're needed. Your energy is needed. Your focus is needed. All of this is needed in the world. And the affair, guys, stop. Don't do nothing crazy. Don't do nothing crazy with no coworkers. Don't be cheating on your significant others. It's a crazy time right now, okay? Don't be doing that ever. We don't approve of that behavior. Okay. I have a whole mess on the table here. Okay, but this is, like I said, this was a casual little Tuesday night live. This was here for us to do. The temptation is real. Woo, oh my God. Well, that was the message of going inward. Okay, so for different people, different things are going to be coming up for you. If you guys want to say in the comments what was coming up for you with that. But like I said, I have my class coming up on the 19th. Tickets are on sale right now for 50% off. They're $11. Yes, if you're cheating, just leave him or her, please. That's how I feel. Like, don't be cheating, y'all. That's so like so wrong. So wrong. Okay. So, oh, sorry. I just realized that I didn't have the color in the background, the light on the right setting. Okay. Anyway, so we're going to take one more thing from the Dolores book. But like I said, I have my class coming on the 19th. You can get tickets at Eventbrite. I'm going to link it below. We have also coming out my domestic tarot workbook will be available for pre-order in about a week or so. Once I come back from my conference, if you're going to be in Vegas, I'll be speaking on Friday, November 10th at 7 p.m. At the Luxor. It's going to be for the Stairway to the Stars conference for Disclosure Fest. This domestic tarot workbook we're going to be doing a whole series about it on TikTok. We're going to be getting into some deep stuff with the tarot, which is really fun. I don't have my other deck here, but I have this like kind of flashcard deck. Like some of the things that we're going to go over is that like, I love the major arcana. So this is the Fool here. And then, so this Fool is the first card and the World is the last card. The World is actually a card that's very important to me. So we have 0 and card 21. Okay. Now, what's interesting here is that these two cards are the ones that are in motion. So we kick off the major arcana with a dance and we end it with a dance. But aside from these two cards, the rest of the other figures and archetypes in the major arcana are all stationary. These are the only two that are in movement, that are dancing. So we open with the innocence of the Fool, and then we come back into that state with the entire world, okay, with the wisdom. So we come here with our innocence and lack of wisdom. And then after you've gone through the full hero's journey, you have your full wisdom and you are fully encompassing the entirety of the world within you. So these are like, I'm really excited to be starting that new series. I'll do that towards the end of the month. And it's going to be great because there's so many things. So this is going to go, the domestic tarot workbook is great for beginners, but I'm going to be doing a series for people who are a little bit deeper. And also the storytelling of each card is a great way for us to remember. Also in November, the new MOONBOOK is coming out. It's going to be basically exactly the same, but with 2024 and 2025 dates. So if you're coming to the end of your MOONBOOK, it's 13 months. I have a couple months left myself. And then I'm about to get a new one also. And I just have to say, in the time of using my MOONBOOK, most of the things that I write in there come true. So what else? Yeah. Okay. And, you know, we've been talking a lot of the last couple lives. We've been talking about kind of practical, spiritual tools, things like how to hold your light during times of trouble, how to have emotional intelligence, because our intelligence that we're born with is pretty much set. We can learn more information, but there's a lot of studies that show that your IQ is basically kind of always your IQ. Then your EQ, your emotional intelligence, however, can grow and can develop a lot over the years. So that's what we need to work on in times like this when stuff is starting to get crazy in the world. Your emotional intelligence is really important. So go back and watch those. And then what did we do yesterday? I mean, last week for the live. We did the heart math. We did that. And then last week was really good, was the spiritual ego and spiritual perfectionism and how basically no one has to be perfect, you know, like, especially in the spiritual places of all. It's more than any other group that people feel this pressure to portray themselves as some finished product. And it's just disingenuine and it's self-deception. Like Like, so I was thinking about this story the other day, and I was thinking, like, after I did that video about like spiritual ego, spiritual psychosis, discernment, all of those topics, I was thinking, like, I'm not a final product. And I thought it reminded me of, so when we were doing those earth shift meditations, I guess it was like in May or April or something like that. And it was like, one of the mass meditations, the one that I did on TikTok, as well. And so I have such a good tolerance to bullshit. Like, if someone is pissing me off or something like that, I'm really good about just being like, the Scorpio rising is like the iron curtain can go up, the iron wall can go up. And I'm like, that's fine. That's their problem. Has nothing to do with me, not my issue, whatever. And I can pretty much like separate myself from unnecessary conflict. Not saying all conflict, but unnecessary conflict, I'm really good at not engaging with sometimes. But then sometimes it gets me. And I was thinking about like doing that mass meditation. And this is just like a little thing, just talking about like what we talked about last week of like, don't expect yourself to handle everything perfectly. So a little bit of backstory about this dumb little story I'm about to share with you. So I had a friend, whatever. She went through some stuff. She moved to a different country. She had a lot of things going on. And before she left, people were really letting her down. Friends were letting her down at the time that she needed them most. She stayed with me for a little bit less than 2 weeks while she was, which was not easy in my tiny little apartment here. And she had a dog too. But, it is what it is. But at that time, so many people were letting her down. And one of these people, she had their steamer. So this person couldn't come through for her several times when she asked them for help in those last couple days, even things that they had set up. My friend ends up leaving the country and, she's doing way better and everything's going great for her now. However, months later, that happened at the end of last year. This steamer, like a clothes steamer, not a food steamer, like a little clothes ironing steamer, was left at my house. But this thing was a piece of junk. It literally leaked all over. Water was everywhere. And this person who the steamer belonged to was a terrible friend to my friend. And I never liked them to begin with, just putting that out there. So I fucking throw the steamer out. I throw that shit right in the trash where it belongs. Just like this person's friendship belongs in the trash. And so for months, this happened at like, I don't know, November of last year. This person for months who couldn't come through for their friend kept calling me about the steamer and calling me and calling me and calling me. And I'm like, just ignoring it. Like, first of all, I threw that shit out. Okay. Second of all, go fuck yourself. I don't owe you shit. I didn't borrow your steamer. Someone that you ditched borrowed the steamer and left it at my house. I don't owe you nothing. But I'm like, I don't care. So, okay, for some reason, right before that meditation, which, is like, we're shifting consciousness to the higher thing. This is like the stuff that people don't want to tell you about people that are in the spiritual spaces. They want to act like they're all fucking perfect and everybody handles everything correctly. Half of these people are cheaters. Half of these people are cheaters. They're sleeping with people in relationships, and half of them are in relationships cheating on their significant others. Just telling you what happens behind the behind the closed doors of the spiritual community, filled with cheaters. So anyway, cheaters aside, before this meditation, my phone is ringing, and it's this fucking guy asking me about this fucking steamer again. And then it gets me so livid because I'm literally setting up everything and my phone is blowing up about this freaking steamer that I threw out like 6 months ago. And I don't owe this guy anything. What am I going to do? Argue with him on the phone? He should have came through and helped his friend. And so I don't know why. A couple days after that, and I was livid. Like, I literally was so pissed off right before that meditation. And then we go in and we're like, shift the world to a higher timeline. We're doing it, guys. And then Like a day or two later, I was getting coffee and I see the number pop up again. I don't have this person saved in my phone. But I usually would recognize it was the same number that was calling and sending me all these text messages. So I see that number come up, but I, for some reason, don't recognize it. It doesn't process in my brain that this is the number that I've been not answering for. So I'm walking back with my coffee in this street and I'm like, hello. He's like, yo, Jen, I've been trying to call you for months about my steamer. I went from hello to 10,000, like instantly, like, because you know what? I was also pissed off that he was calling me right before the meditation. So he's like, yo, Jen, I've been trying to get that steamer from you. And I was like, you think I got your fucking steamer? I was like, you ditched your friend twice. I threw that shit in the trash. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I don't owe you shit. I threw your broken ass steamer in the garbage. Don't you ever call me again about a $30 fucking steamer again, as long as I live, as long as you live. And I hang up the phone. Like, I literally go to 10,000. Like, it had been building. I'm also one of these people too. Like, I have zero reaction, but when I do, it's 150% reaction. And then but I'm like, don't you ever call me about a $30 steamer again, ever. And surprisingly, he's also from Jersey too, that guy. So the Jersey came out on both of us at that moment. Like, you can hear it in some words with me, but then when I actually am mad, then I'm like, it fully comes out. And then he like texts me, he's like, it's $90. And I blocked him right there. But it's like, okay, yeah, inflation really got you in that cheap ass steamer, huh? The inflation is high. Like, no, fuck off and fuck your $30 steamer. Because, but this is just, a random ass little story that I wanted to share because, we're just doing a little silly live today. Because don't fall for this shit in the spiritual community. Like, I have met so many of these people, talked to them personally. Not to say that a lot of them aren't still good people, but they're just like, look at them the way that you would look at anyone else. Because this is what we got to do with this like spiritual ego is maybe this is some of the stuff, this reading relates to me in that way of like seeing the truth behind a lot of things, and having some introspection, also knowing that I'm a fucking unicorn, okay? And this shit did trigger me. These people did trigger me, not just the $30 steamer. The $30 steamer triggered the shit out of me to the fullest extent. But no, what triggered me in this relation to this reading is that like that's something that I've been working through since the ayahuasca is like really coming back and seeing people more so for what they are and being able to truly see the energy that they are presenting and who they really are behind closed doors and just being really over all the phony stuff and all of the fake perfectionism and come along with me if you want to go to the new dimension, and it's like, I believe in that stuff, but I also believe in the practicality of we're all part of this. No one is above anyone. And these people are positioning themselves above others because they're full of shit. They're literally full of shit. Okay. So, have, discernment, guys. Take whatever this message means for you. This for me is funny too, because a lot of these people are having affairs. I was triggered by it. Right now I'm going to leap in to my, not that I haven't been authentic the whole time, but just being a little bit more open about the fact that it doesn't matter how much personal work you do, spiritual work, personal development, self-help, how many books you read, all of this stuff. We're all still just people. We're all still just reacting to a $30 steamer sometimes, And anyone who tries to separate themselves from that is usually hindering their own spiritual growth. Sure, we can have things roll off our back, but then sometimes if it does take over and it does hit you, you do get triggered. It's okay. It's okay. We don't have to be perfect. We don't have to live in this bubble of false spiritual perfection. It's, you know, we're all people. Okay. Well, there's my little rambling for the week. Thank you everybody for being here. And see you this weekend at Stairway to the Stars. Then also see you on November 19th in the Zoom class. And also check out, it's going to be coming up at the end of the month, my new TikTok series. So thanks everybody for being here and see you next time.